solving a system of equations where you may have to multiply both equations by a number to use elimination. We want a matching variable here. We see 7 and -2, we see -5 and +2. We think, which pair of numbers would you rather work with, the 7 and the 2 or the 5 and the 2? Well, it's all about finding the least common multiple. What does that mean? If I start with my two numbers, 7 and 2, 7 and 2, and I start counting by each, I go 7, 14, 21, 28, and then I start counting by twos, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Suddenly, I have a number that's in common. The number 14 we call the least common multiple. It's the first number you get to if you start counting by both. So we wonder, would you rather like to work with the number 14? That would be okay, but what about the numbers 5 and 2? If I started counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, I counted by 2s again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, we would see our least common multiple is 10. So it's your choice. What would you rather work with, a 14 or a 10? Well, usually we pick the smaller number just because it makes things a little bit easier to manage. We don't mind when there's smaller numbers here. So our top equation, we want a 10. We say to ourselves, how do I get from -5 to -10? In this case, we leave the sign alone. They're already opposites. We don't have to mess with the sign. How do I go from 5 to 10? I will go times 2. And in the second equation, I will think, how do I go from 2 to 10? I will go times 5. So I'm going to double everything in the top equation and multiply everything in the second equation by times 5. Let's do that. Ready? It's going to be 14x minus 10y is equal to 46. My second equation, multiply everything times 5, that will be -10x plus 10y is equal to -30. We're in business. We see these negative and positive, these opposites are same variable, so we can eliminate this variable. It will cancel. Cross that off, add up everything else. Of course, we say add, we really mean follow the signs. A positive 14 minus 10 is a 4x. Then over here, 46 minus 30 is 16. 4 times what number makes 16? Well, we divide to find out. Divide both, we get x is equal to 4. What now? We need to find y. We need to take that x equals 4 and place it anywhere you saw an x. You can put it right here for x, or you can put it up here. I would choose the second equation, a little bit smaller number. So let's rewrite that second equation. -2x plus 2y is equal to -6. I'm going to take that -4 and replace it right here. X will change to -4. So we get -2 times -4 plus 2y is equal to -6. We solve this and we are done. -2 times -4 is 8 plus 2y is equal to -6. We'll subtract 8 from both sides. Minus 8. We'll get 2y is equal to -14. And -14 divided by 2 is -7. Once you got x equals and y equals, we are done.